Hey Leo, it's Meg with Padmes, and I'm doing your reading for the end of September and into early October. And we are calling in our angels and guides with the highest vibrations of love and light because I don't want to talk to anyone else. What we're going to do is an old wise tree spread and just kind of figure out what's going on, see what wants to happen, maybe get some energy around stuff that you don't see coming in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to put these back in, but I just wanted to note them. We've got Temperance reversed and we've got the Seven of Cups. So there is some feeling of imbalance when it comes to trying to keep all the plates spinning is what it seems like to me. But let's put these back. For some reason, they didn't want to stay out, but that's for somebody, so we'll get it. All right. All right, here we go. Leo, we have already got the Empress coming out. I absolutely love that. Okay, Leo, let's see what we got. Yeah, so I don't see the cards that jumped out, but I am looking at present time. Present time is talking about recalibrating. It's talking about pulling back in some resources that you felt were drained from you. That definitely can happen when there's imbalance and you're juggling a lot or you're having all these plates spinning. But the reason why this is happening is because you're getting clear with your intrinsic intention. You're like, okay, I'm prioritizing. I'm figuring out what it is that I need, what it is that I really want. And I'm putting a priority list together instead of just having everything be the first priority. You're giving them an echelon, which is actually really helpful. And it does also look like you are releasing something. You're getting some offers or some cups or one of those plates that you're spinning. You're dropping or you're letting go of. Okay, so let's take a look at the heart of the situation. This is like, oh, wow. Even the heart of the situation is like, the things that I'm releasing, I'm realizing are not giving back to me. Those are the things that are draining me. So I'm spinning this plate, but it's not giving me any energy back. So the things that you're cutting off, this Ace of Swords reversed, you're not feeling bad about it. If anything, it's like change that you're adapting to well. I love it. Coming from this place of figuring out who you are, what your worth is, you're coming from this place of recognizing I'm the Empress here. I am the leader in my own cult here. I'm the person who's in charge. I'm the decider. And what I say goes. This is my experience. This is my world. This is my situation. And I'm going to do what's right for me. What's so interesting about this card that's coming up right now is the moon. And I know today we are at we're at a waning gibbous, I think somewhere like an 80% illumination, but it's still big, but it's getting smaller. And for some reason, that's significant for you today, Leo. It's like having all this energy and letting yourself release for your greatest good. Looking at your higher self talking to you here. Here we've got the King of Cups reversed. This King of Cups reversed is like, I feel like this is actually a person, and it's a person that there's a lot of love here. There's some kind of love spark, but I'm not even going to say they're unable to give emotions. They're trying to, okay, think about it this way. They're trying to ground by sticking their head in the dirt. I don't even know why that's coming up right now, but they're trying to ground by sticking their head in the dirt. It's like, I get it. They're all up in their head with their emotions. They're trying to analyze their emotions, but they're not using their heart. They're using their head to analyze their emotions. So they're trying to neutralize because there's so much going on. And, I'm even feeling this in the solar plexus. They're trying to regain their power, their personal power. They're having a really hard time with that. But ultimately, what this all is about is them trying to figure their emotions out. And your higher self is talking about how that's draining you, or they're just not giving you what you are giving them right now. And that could very well just be holding space for them, but they're not able to hold space for you. So your angels and guides, wow, this is perfect. Your angels and guides are talking about Seven of Pentacles reversed. So this is switching channels. It's like you've nurtured and nurtured and nurtured, and now you're not. You've decided to nurture something different. And I believe you've decided to start nurturing yourself more because you're like, wait a minute, I've got to get back into alignment with myself here. I've got to start feeling strong again because I can't. It's like you put your mask on before you put your mask on your child kind of thing. Your advice also, wow, this is so interesting. In your advice and in your trajectory, you've got 2 pages and they're both reversed. So the trajectory is talking about not accepting an offer. I feel like this can be like an offer that someone gives you. It can be you giving somebody something and them not receiving it. But I ultimately feel like this is you receiving an offer that you're not taking. You're saying no to something. You're saying no to things that don't serve you or don't build you. You're saying no to things that sound really great, like they have potential maybe in the future. However, they're not giving right now. And so you're like, no, I'm going to focus on this right now. I'm going to focus on my Empress energy right now, building and attracting. And even your advice is talking about closing a door. It's like, nope, I'm unplugging from this. I'm closing a door. The big picture is talking about the Hierophant. It's talking about connecting with your higher self. It's talking about leveling up a commitment. And I really feel like it's leveling up a commitment for yourself. Ultimately, you're attracting what you are emitting. And so when you level up a commitment to yourself, you're going to attract other opportunities that are just as committed to you. Happening now and into the near future is the Sun card. There is so much healing going on here. And this is also a Leo card for me. This is beautiful. I love it. Okay. Oh, check it out. This is also the Leo card, strength. It's in your resistance, but it's reversed. So when this is reversed, I have resistance to not being in my power, to not standing in my confidence. What it ultimately means is the momentum is you standing in your truth. And this is the Leo card, so I love it. And then here, important to note, here's the 10 of Wands reversed, but this is in your release position. So it's like there are a lot, I'm hearing consequences. There are a lot of consequences to all the responsibilities you've taken on. Okay, so this would be releasing responsibilities that are not your own, but it's in the release position. All of that to say this, you're not really releasing even as much as you should be or could be. I'm not saying should be, but as much as you could to strengthen what it is that you're wanting to work on right now. There's more. You really don't have to be spinning as much as you're spinning. You really don't have to be holding on to the agreements that you're holding on to. You could release even more of them. We're going to go around and clarify all of this too, Leo. I think we've covered everything so far, but these wands to me are agreements. And this advice is like dropping agreements because it's reversed. Closing doors, dropping agreements, but this is for your greatest good, not for isolation necessarily, unless that's for your greatest good. Oh, here we go. So past, present, future. We talked about the present. We talked about the future. Here in the past, here's another page. In the past, it's like you were trying to, this is one of those plates spinning. You were trying to get solid foundation, but it's solid foundation for a whole bunch of different things. And that's not necessarily a mistake. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because right now it's like, okay, you recognize which of those things is viable and which of those things is no longer viable or didn't produce. So that's okay. That's perfect. It's like, I know what works. I know what's not working, and I know what to focus my energy on now. I always feel like, okay, so this is coming in. This example of we're naturally good at certain things, and some things we're not as good at as other things. And some people really focus on the things that they're not good at so they can become better at them. But then some people focus on what they're already good at and become experts at those things. That just makes more sense to me. And I feel like that's what you're doing. Okay, let's see. What is lighting up? There it is. These are lighting up under here. We're going to do some clarification. Leo. Right, I'm hearing somebody say, what is your strong suit? What is your strong suit? And that's the thing that wants to be highlighted right now. This is even interesting because here's the moon card that just flew out. I'm not even clarifying anything just yet, but the moon card is reversed. And it's like, these are the things, your strong suit. It's like your shadows coming up and out into the light. It's like those things that you're really good at that you've kept hidden because other people, when you were growing up, told you to keep them hidden because it made them uncomfortable. But those weren't bad things necessarily. They were just things that made somebody else feel uncomfortable. What is your strong suit? So things that are coming forward for you right now, I even want to say as an adult, things that are coming up that you haven't let yourself focus on or highlight, they're coming up now. That's with the sun. Things are being highlighted. I love that. So the things that have been kept in the shadows are coming out. And this is for your highest and your greatest good, Leo. So I'm loving it. All right. I want to go ahead and clarify this King of Cups with his head in the mud. I will say this. Padmes means lotuses, and jewel in the lotus, Om Mani Padme Hum. It's the whole thing about the lotus coming from mud, and you have to come from all of those muddy places in order to blossom and to bloom and to reach for your higher self, your connection. So there's something good that's happening here for this person. It's just not helping you out right now. Right. And it looks like they're going to be doing this for a while. Like they're not really manifesting relationship right now. They're working on themselves. This one wants to come out too, right? They are totally working on their connection with their higher self. But right now they're in the phase of the mud. So they're not sprouting out of the mud just yet, but this is what they're working on. This is a good thing. It's just, I want to say the Empress doesn't wait. This person's going to take their time. They're in their own process at their own progress speed, and the Empress doesn't wait. So just saying. All right, let's take a look at what your angels and guides are saying. The changing channels, making a decision to change channels. I'm no longer going to, this is funny, I'm hearing effort this. I'm no longer going to effort this. Put effort in when somebody else is not putting as much effort in. And no judgment, they are not in that place. They can't do it. They're working on themselves somehow. But you're way ahead of them. You're way ahead of them. They're coming in as the King of Cups, but you're coming in as the Empress, Leo. Gender doesn't matter with the cards, by the way. But what this means is this is the culmination of all the royalty. And this is just one of them. And they're working to even right themselves first before they can even become the Emperor. So this is you changing channels and making a decision to change channels. Let's take a look at the Empress here. Yeah, here's the Queen of Pentacles. I love that. You're coming in as, you're talking about the aspect of the culmination of all the queens. The aspect that's coming forward is you working on your money, you working on your grounding, you working on your stability. I'm also hearing you working on your safety. This is you working on your circle of friends that are like family, like bringing the people who are your really good close people in, bringing them in, you know, having them, it's like keeping your circle of friends. It's even like nurturing relationships, nurturing friendship relationships that are like family. So I love this too. This is also, look at those leaves around her. It's so fall equinox. It's so coming in and making soup and bonding and being around the fire kind of energy. It's bringing warmth in. It's nurturing energy, but it's nurturing you and your friends and family. So it's not giving to someone who can't do that right now. Okay, or who is wanting you to do that for them, but they're not willing to do it for you. That's more so what I mean. Let's take a look at this advice. Yep, this advice. Here it is. So you're closing a door to things that you don't need to give your attention to. And this is you releasing stories that aren't true anymore, or stories that may have been true a long time ago, but in present time, they just mean something else. They're different. They've evolved. These are evolved stories. So this is you closing the door because you're in an evolved place, and you no longer need to use those old stories for survival. You're in a different state. Let's take a look at the Hierophant in your big picture. This is you. See, this is what this King of Cups is seeking. So it's no accident that the energy between you is there, because they're trying to match you. But this is you, and you're there. you're connected. You can nurture that, and that's what you're doing, but you're already connected. You're already leveling up commitment and commitment to yourself and commitment to your higher self. You're already connecting. Right. And this is talking about you're connecting. These are messages that you're not getting that are available to you. So you still are working that. You're still working that energy. This is also you not sending messages to other, like it's not your responsibility to get somebody to that place. You can't do that. They're in their own timeline. You're in your own timeline. This is also like not subjecting yourself to all of these contracts. You're only working on yours right now, which is beautiful and fine. That's perfect. Let's take a look at this heart of the situation that's cutting things up that don't serve you. And you're like, yes, this is good. This is a good thing. This doesn't have to be a sad thing. I don't have to be remorseful, or I don't even have to grieve about these things. This is just the right thing to do for me. Ooh, and it might very well have to do with a relationship with someone. So here's the Lovers card. Yep. And here's the Star card. It's like, oh, okay. So this is releasing something that really you very well might feel such a connection with. This feels like a bit of a runner chaser dynamic also. But here's the Lovers card and the Star card. It's like there's a twin flame thing going on here. I'm not seeing the Emperor, but the Empress is here. The Star is the same star with Gemini, with the Lovers right here. It's like you are very much, this is a huge decision. In this decision, though, there's so much healing for you. You're way ahead of this person right now. They do want to match you. They can still match you, even if you are saying not right now to them, because they have to do their own work to get to that place. So this is a huge decision for you to release this person at this time. I feel like they need that in order to catch up with you. So this is not a mistake to do this. You're not missing out on anything, and you never miss out on anything that is meant to be yours anyway. So let's take a look at, yeah, this is hard. This is hard for you to let it go. Yeah, you're like, this is about being partnered, but acting single, or being involved in a commitment, whether it's a work commitment or whether it's a relationship commitment, but feeling distracted. This person often gives so much, but it doesn't get enough back. And so they look to another thing to make them feel whole, which could be just filling their days with work. It could be filling their days with puppies and ice cream, because their relationship isn't reciprocal. So that's what it looks like your energy moves into when you continue holding on and holding space for responsibilities that are not yours. It's like, it just is a feeling of emptiness. It's a feeling of not being whole, when in actuality, you are so whole and you are coming from that place already. So just know that it's a difficult release, but doing it is bringing so much healing, Leo. Yeah, and let's look at this momentum of standing in your power and standing in your own truth. I love that. I love that that came up. Yeah, wow. This is about moving forward, moving on, the rite of passage, moving into calmer waters. This one wanted to come out too. Wow. Yeah, heart healing, heart healing. It's like this is having to make a really hard decision based on a relationship that is, there's really a connection here, but this person, it's like they're so scattered. They're so scattered, it feels like. Yeah, I'm hearing their nerves are restless and their nerves are never ending. Okay, let me just ask this question. What is it that this person needs? Yeah. Wow, this is great. This person, so this makes total sense to me that this is kind of a soulmate, star-crossed lovers, twin flame type of situation. What does this person need? This person needs, first of all, to step into the man pads, to step into their adult identity. This is the culmination of all of the kings. Gender doesn't matter. That's just the energy of the cards. But this is like stepping into the responsibility of their own. It's like you doing this for you and them coming correct as themselves too, so that you can both mirror and match each other and move forward and build together. That's what they need. So that's what they're working on doing. Spirit is helping them move in that direction, but you're ahead of them. You're ahead of the game. And you going backwards doesn't help anything. So just saying, you holding space for that person and not moving forward for yourself doesn't make sense. And that is a hard decision to make. They'll catch up. Let's look at the past here. In the past, this is you figuring out what's in balance, trying to figure out all those plates spinning, trying to figure out what makes sense to spin, what's balanced and what's not. So even in the past, it could have been like, whoa, I can totally handle this. But then once the plates start to grow and you put more things on them, that's when you decide, okay, some of these are getting too heavy. And so I have to prioritize. And that's exactly what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing. You're releasing other people's responsibilities. It's like you're giving it back to them. They might not be happy about that, Leo, but that's okay because you're the Empress. And other people have to recognize that your worth and your value. They can't just throw things to you when they can't handle it themselves. That's not your job. Okay. Let's look at this Five of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, wow. This is about releasing. I'm hearing emotional turmoil. This is about releasing. I feel like it's other people's emotions that you're juggling or processing for them as well. Or it's like listening to other people and other people's problems. You're helping them problem solve, or you're taking things off of their plate and putting it onto yours. And you're like, I can't do that anymore. I've got to give these back to you. I've helped you this far and you've done great. Good job. And now I've got to take care of myself. So this is you getting really clear about that intention to unplug. This is taking away energy from situations that don't serve you. All right, Leo, this is a pretty clear message today. Let's take a look at this Page of Cups, this opportunity there, or this offering somebody gives you, this heart offering somebody gives you, and you say, I am not doing that right now, no. And I feel like it can be this person, but this is a page. They're offering you a tiny little cup of love, which sometimes that's great. Thanks a lot. But in this case, it's like you might deserve a bigger cup than this at this point. That's why you are saying no. I want a chalice here. I don't want a little tiny cup. Right. That's not my wish. You're not offering me what I wish. So I'm saying no to it, which is so excellent, Leo, because what we say yes to and what we say no to, that's how we talk to the universe. So what you say yes to, the universe will bring you more of it. What you say no to, the universe will be like, no, you don't want that. I'll give you something else, which is good. And you're manifesting that big time. Let's take a look at Messages of Love Oracle and just see what's going on, because this is a huge thing that you're letting go, that you're releasing. And you're having a heart moment here. You're having some heart healing, huge heart healing. I also feel like you're going into your own, though. This opens you up to work on things that you've wanted to work on for a while, that you haven't been able to. Intuition, you already know the answer you seek. This is part of the thing that you're working on. Connecting with your higher self. There are messages there that your higher self wants you to have that you are like just about to connect with. You're already doing it, and there are more. There's more coming in. I want to know, you know what? I want to know a little bit about what is halting that connection. And it's timing. Here's the Wheel of Fortune. Here's divine timing. So it's just about, you're right there. You're right there. Let me see if I can get a timing card. So, well, here, instead of just timing, this is divine timing. What is it that you need to do? What's the block? How can you release this block in order to receive these messages from your higher self? Yep. This is releasing. This is like the nightmare card. This is like releasing anxiety and stress and tension. I feel like over this heartbreak, did I do the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? Am I missing something? Am I going to miss the boat? Look, you're not going to miss the boat. You're on the boat already. So the block here is like guilt and shame kind of stuff. So release the guilt and shame around this, and the messages come through. And I want to have some kind of timing. To tell you the truth, I feel like the timing is now. It's like the timing is fall. The timing is, fall equinox and September, October. I feel like that's now. Yep, the next 2 months. That's 2 months for me. So September, October, November, it's fall. So your intuition is being heightened at this time. Your subconscious things are coming to light. Your dreams might be on point. People, as a matter of fact, well, of course, the veil's thin right now, but people might be really from the other side. People that your loved ones on the other side might be really contacting you a lot right now. Integrity. Wow. This is about this person too. Does the situation align with your values and your morals? It may at some point in the future, but if it doesn't right now, that's okay. And you can be like, oh, no, that doesn't work for me right now. But no, usually for me means no, not right now. And that's what it feels like in this sense. So even though it feels like a no or a letting go, it doesn't mean that it's over. Regret. Someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. I think that's true, but I also feel like they're not in a place to treat you the way that you want to be treated. They're like, oh my gosh, they're a little overwhelmed because you are powerful. Leo. That's okay though, because they need to match you. They need to feel just as powerful. And if they don't, they'll never be able to give you what you need. You need them to be just as strong as you are. All right. This one wants to come out too. Don't dismiss the red flags here. Yeah, I really feel like that. Don't continue trying to hold space for somebody. They need to hold their own space. It's like the little bird trying to break out of their shell. If you break the shell for them, they're not going to be strong. This person needs to figure that out. And not having you do it for them helps them figure it out. Ooh, that's pretty clear. Let's take a look at your romance oracle, Leo. What do your guides going to tell you? Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. I don't think there's really a question about that. I think you have a connection with this person. I think that is a soulmate twin flame type of energy, and that's why it's difficult. That's why it's so freaking difficult. It's the timing. It's divine timing. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles down here is giving that message loud and clear, bringing your friends together and nurturing each other. And I don't know, I'm feeling so much bonding happening here with a group of friends. And forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. I feel like this is such a time for that for you, Leo. It's so interesting. Okay. I want to also look at energy that you don't see coming for the end of September and beginning of October here. Energy that you don't see coming. Great fortune. Journey. Yep. Main female. Wealthy man. All right. Whoop. That almost fell out. Let's see what it is. Look at all these options. Wow. I was just going to say, for some of you, even though this situation isn't working out perfectly for you right now, while you were doing your healing, it looks like you're going on, you could be going on a vacation. Of course, this could be the metaphorical journey. There's great fortune in this journey for you. There's a lot of healing. There's a lot of regaining sense of self and you making yourself the main person in your life. However, I also see there's someone, here's a wealthy man. What this also means is it's someone who knows worth, who knows value, and there's someone else coming in. I don't know if this is a forever type of relationship. I actually feel like this person could be quite a catch, but you end up not necessarily feeling having feelings for this person as they have feelings for you. This is a totally different person. So as you are working on yourself, you are magnetizing other people who notice you and value you. So this is another person coming in. You could be meeting this person in some other place, not at home or not in your hometown. This little thing is bugging me greatly. Okay. Great fortune in a journey. So this is also you figuring something out while you're out of town, possibly, or even just going downtown or something. But this is definitely somebody coming into the mix here, and perhaps you are not seeing this coming. I'm going to put one more out. Toil and labor. I also feel like there's work stuff that's coming up that you are, what is it? Yeah. I mean, here's high honor also. I feel like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself about doing something really well at work, whether this is your own business or whether this is other types of work. It's like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself to do that. That also reminds me of that Nine of Pentacles reversed over here. So just be aware of that. If you are trying to distract yourself with work, you might even be honored. You know, people might be giving you accolades about all of this stuff. That's wonderful and that's great and everything, but don't let that get in the way of you taking care of you. That's a huge deal. All right, Leo, that's what I have for you. Thank you for being with me today. I am looking forward to catching back up, and let me know how this resonated with you. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in a couple of days with another energy check. Bye, Leo.